Good morning, YouTubers. My name is Dwayne. I just wanted to share my little pulse motor. I got the idea off of YouTube. A guy by the name of Lid Motor, Lidmotor, had posted one and with a really good explanation and a nice little schematic drawing, which I copied and I'll go over with you here shortly. But I'd like to start it up and let you see how it runs, then I'll explain it. Using a Ryobi 18-volt battery. He used a capacitor with just charged with 2 volts and much smaller coils. You got to give this thing a good start. There, I think it's starting up. Yeah, I see it. Speed increasing. But anyway, what I have here is a Home Depot caster, and I have holes drilled in this caster underneath this black plastic tape. I have 6 holes drilled around it, spaced apart equally, with neodymium magnets planted inside. Each hole has 4 of these neodymium magnets. They're about 0.7 inches across and about an 1/8 inch thick. The coils, I can't tell you how many turns are on the coils. I just went by weight. Each coil has 1 half a pound of a 24 gauge magnet wire. And then I have a transistor that's used in place where a lot of people are using the reed switch. This guy had his pulse motor running off of transistor, which I wanted to try, and it seems to be working pretty good. Not real fast, but it works. I'm happy with it. So anyway, to give you an explanation of how this pulse motor works, I'm going to refer to this little diagram. So this is the diagram I copied from him. And if you see the top coil here, you got 18 volts coming off the battery to the top of this coil. When this coil is energized, it's going to repel whatever magnet's in the position right in front of it. But in order for this to happen, that circuit has to be completed via this transistor. The connection has to be closed between the emitter and the collector. In order for that to happen, though, there has to be a voltage applied to the base of the transmitter. This happens by way of this coil at the bottom, which I'm calling the trigger coil. So when a magnet passes that trigger coil, it creates a voltage which allows this transistor to go ahead and close that circuit, the connection between collector and emitter, which goes back to ground. So what happens is each time this is pushed around, a new magnet is introduced to each coil. Getting a little more noise here. I think I'm too close to the magnet. But each time as the rotor rolls around, it rotates, it's introducing another magnet to this coil and this coil, and the process just keeps repeating itself. Is there anything else I missed? I think that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please click the like button for me. And if you don't like it, you can also click dislike. I'd like to hear any comments you guys have, any recommendations. I haven't soldered anything up. I think I want to play with different size coils and maybe switch the magnets around a little bit. These are, like I said, neodymium magnets. You got to be real careful with these magnets. They're very strong. They'll slam together so hard that they'll crack. I pinched myself once with the neodymium magnets and had a little blood blister. So anyway, you guys that are out there experimenting, have fun with it. Be safe. And please share whatever information you can. I'd appreciate it. Have a good day.